Let's have a chat about baby names. I realize I have been totally radio silent about baby names. First this light. Camera, lights, action. That's how it goes, right? Just kidding, that was stupid. In this video, I'm going to share some of the baby names that we liked or loved but did not end up using. And these are all going to be baby girl names. I will also share some of the things that we looked for in a name, some issues, concerns, things that were instant deal breakers for us. And I'm going to share our two daughters' almost names. They're actual second place names that they almost got. And I'm also going to share a bonus story about a name that we chose, like chose, before we even got pregnant, years before we ever thought about having kids, but then never ended up using. And I will share why, hopefully without crying. Someone asked if Nelly was my emotional support stuffy, and he's not, but right now he's gonna be. My husband and I wanted kids for a very long time before we had the kids. We just wanted to be in the right time and place to have the kids before we actually had them. We never really talked specifics about the kids though, like names. And one day I got this burning question in my mind, like, what kinds of baby names is my husband actually even into? What kinds of baby names might I even expect in the future? Honestly, I didn't even know that answer for myself. So one day I posed the question to him and we started talking baby names, and we decided on one. The name we loved the most was Sierra Rose. My husband and I are both outdoorsy people, so we love the name Sierra because it's sort of mountainy, and we're from California, land of the Sierra Mountains. It's also a little bit of a nod to my husband's mom's name. Rose is the name of my husband's great aunt, who is sort of the matriarch in his family. She's super old, mid-90s, upper 90s. It would be an honor to name a child after her, and she is just such a wonderful, independent, and courageous woman. I really wanted to name our daughter Sierra Rose. So in 2020, when we became pregnant with Quinoa, don't cry, Jen. In my mind, and perhaps my husband's mind, Quinoa was gonna be our Sierra Rose. Unfortunately, we lost her. If you're new here or you missed that vlog, go ahead and take a look at the card here. I talked about my feelings of miscarrying her as it was actually happening, but Quinoa was our Sierra Rose, and now you know. You'll have to watch that vlog to learn why we call her Quinoa. Now let's quickly cheer up. I'm gonna talk about some of the issues and concerns that we had when we were trying to think of names, just in case this is stuff you hadn't thought about, and I'll give you actual examples of names so that you actually know what I'm talking about. Issue 1, spelling. My name is Jennifer, so if I say my name to the person at Starbucks, I'm Jennifer. They can spell my name on the cup. My husband's name is Brian. His name is still really easy, but when he tells the person at Starbucks what his order is, he has to say, I'm Brian with an I. He's had to do that his entire life, and he's never gonna have to stop doing that for the rest of his life. We wanted to try to avoid that for our babies if we could. The name Sierra Rose actually falls into this first problem and is one of the reasons I didn't really like the name Sierra Rose, or I guess one of the small issues that I had with it. The name Sierra is also spelled C-I-A-R-A. So she probably would have had to spell her name to a lot of people. Number 2, pronunciation. So the same but in the opposite direction. If we send our kids to school of some sort, when the teacher is reading the roll call and they see our child's name written out, can they pronounce it? One of the names that we really loved but we eliminated was the name Elle. We liked the spelling E-L-L-E. But when you see it written out, it could be Ellie. We didn't want our girl to have to announce to every single person who mispronounced her name, because we've heard that that's kind of annoying for the people who have to do it. Number 3, we did consider our friends when it came to naming our babies. So one of my favorite names was Penelope. My husband loves that name too, but one of our very close friends has a daughter named Penelope. So we did not want to copy that and have 2 Penelopes. That said, one of our girls' nicknames, her shortened name, is one of our friends' names. So it's not like we weren't willing to cross that bridge at all, but there were some really big lines that we tried not to cross. From here, I just want to go through like the list. Let's go 3rd tier, 2nd tier, and then we're gonna go 1.5 tier, which is that 2nd place name, what we almost named baby A and baby B. Full disclosure, guys, I am super stuttery. I feel like I'm having a lot of trouble, and it's because I'm in prodrome. I'm getting a migraine tonight. It's coming on slowly, so I'm starting to get stutters and yawns and the usual things that tend to happen during this time of day when I'm filming. Editor, I'm sorry. My editor is gonna do a really great job and make it look like everything is totally normal, but it's not. Third tier names, names that we really loved. I love the name Jade or Jada. Korra, like the airbender, but spelled C-O-R-A. I also like Kara, but then I think I'd be too tempted to be like, hey Care Bear, and I don't need that in my life. And to my surprise, the name Lena. I did not remember having the name Lena on our list at all, but I pulled it up for this video and boom, Lena. Apparently, we really considered Lena. Second tier names. Feels so pretentious being like, these are second tier. Not like that. Another one of my, these names, the names are just getting better and better. I love the name Ava. And also Eva, but more so Ava. Unfortunately, Ava is the name of the fertility tracking bracelet, the Ava bracelet, which helped me conceive baby A. But I did not want to name her after the bracelet. We love the name Roe for a baby girl, R-O-E. And we also like the name Preston. It seems like presidential names like Kennedy are back, but we have a friend with a Kennedy. And old-timey names like Preston are back. I would have loved either of those, but they just got slid out of those top spots. I mentioned already that we're outdoorsy, but the category of names that I found we kept going back to was called Grandma Chic. If you Google Grandma Chic, it'll pop up a list of some of the really cute ones, but they're things like Alma, Minnie, Bernice, Lola, Flo, Rita, Vera, Jessie, Jessie May, like grandma names. Even Rose. Names your grandma would have had, but they're modern, they're still super cute. That tended to be the vibe that we went for. And now, Baby A and Baby B's almost names. Quick side tangent on why they're called Baby A and Baby B. I guess now we can finally talk about it because I'm sharing their almost names. Baby A's name was going to be Isla. A-I-L-A. Baby A. Baby Isla. We started calling her Baby A, the whole first trimester calling her Baby A, and then at 16 weeks, 4 months pregnant, we were like, boom, this is gonna be her name. We like picked her name. But Baby A stuck, and we were already calling her Baby A online, so the same way quinoa just stuck, Baby A just stuck. And you know what? This ended up just being how it was meant to be, because then I got surprise pregnant, not accident, but surprise, and then the girls ended up being 1 year apart, which makes them Irish twins. And when you have twins in the same womb at the same time, traditional twins, they call them Baby A and Baby B. So when Baby B ended up being an Irish twin, I was like, this is freaking perfect. So Baby A happened to be Baby A by accident because her name was gonna be Isla. And then Baby B is not a B name either, but the Irish twin thing, a nod to the twin thing, AB. But what was Baby B's almost name? For a very long time, Hazel. I thought Baby B's name was gonna be Hazel. And then for about a week, we were calling her Presley, like Elvis Presley. And we did that to try to eliminate the name Presley to see if we, maybe like if it didn't click, if something else clicked better, because something about it just didn't feel like it would fit with our family. Like I said, we're a little bit more outdoorsy, like look at my shirt. Do I look like someone who has a daughter named Presley? I don't know. Maybe I do, whatever. Isla and Presley, or Isla and Hazel, maybe would have been the names. Well, that's it for me, guys. I am genuinely curious your thoughts as to whether these names surprised you coming from me. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and can you give it a thumbs up? Thanks.